I'm Sam Peterson, author of 2 books, Shrunky, Transgender Junkie, and Sugar, a memoir of craving. I'm an old gay trans man with bad teeth, and I love knives. And I'm not here to rate them or tell you about the newest, the fastest, the fanciest, the wowest. I'm here to queerly share my queer love of knives with you. If you're unsure about the pronunciation of a name, look it up. I get that makers often use obscure mythological names like Chimera, or even non-obscure mythological names like Rager or Wraith. If you don't know how to pronounce it, just ask Google. It's so easy. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you all got knives for the holidays. I know I did. I think in this new year, I will endeavor to find new, more interesting knives made by smaller houses. That means saving up cash, which frankly has never been my forte. But let's see if I can do it. I keep getting distracted by Kizer or Concept or Civivi or CJRB. Like just now, Atlantic Knives had this sale on a Titanium Begleiter for $85. What's a boy to do? Well, I had to buy it. I had to. But there's $85 that I don't have towards a better knife. See what I mean? These brands, they all have some really great knives in their stores, but I want to branch out. I just feel like I will learn more about knives, about quality, about makers, about manipulating them with smaller houses, even like TRM, for instance. Again, this is a fantasy. I will probably see some spicy little warning from CJRB and shoot my wad in $100 increments. I don't think it's smart for the collection. And I keep selling my more collectible stuff, like my Sagahai patterned Peña X series Cabellero. But to be honest, I don't really know about the collectability of knives generally. Like, I don't know what resells well, what legitimately goes up in price with age. I don't know. Meanwhile, speaking of buying non-collectible big market brand blades, I just picked up this titanium SV90, S90V, SV90, who am I? S90V Ekko. This is the CJRB Ekko, upgraded. I'm on the fence about the aesthetics of this etched pattern with the mildly contoured handle, but it's such a darn good knife. I'm still carrying the Arcade too, the Flytanium Arcade, just switching between that and this, like, as my mood hits, you know how it is. Unfortunately, most of the knives that I'd like to get for my collection are over $300. That's way expensive for me. I'm on a non-profit budget, by which I mean I make no profit, but by which I also mean I work for a non-profit organization. And if you work for one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like being a teacher, but with worse pay and less cachet. Again, if I save up, I can do it. But you know it doesn't always work that way. There are just too many knives out there. I might find a $300 fancy knife on the secondary market for like $180. That would be cool. How am I going to pass that up, right? I guess I'll just have to wait for a windfall, like tax return money or something. That's one of the benefits of being in a low-paying job is at the end of the year, you do get some tax money back. Even some of the not too small companies have knives I'd like to have. For instance, my budget Devo. I love this knife. It's just so good. I'd love to have a better version of a Devo. And Tuya. I just sold my Kaladin. I'd love to get their full titanium version of the Kaladin. Tuya makes great knives. All their knives are pretty great. I have an Ace Grand from Giant Mouse. I absolutely adore this knife. And I'm quite sure any knife I buy from Giant Mouse would be a keeper. I love these makers, Yen Onso and Jesper Voxnays, and I love the way that the Italians do these Scandinavian designs, like this crowned spine, for instance. I just love those details. I'd like to get more versions of the MKM Gocha, a knife I adore, in titanium anyway. What's it like in other materials? I'd like to find out. I know Jacob Lundquist is putting out some mainstream stuff this year with Kizer, like the black tie version of the Veritas, which is already out, and some other stuff that's coming up that looks super cool. Max Ace and Migron are sure to put out something this year that is going to be irresistible. So much good mainstream stuff. Shit. How is a guy to get smaller stuff, the stuff that disappears the moment it's posted, the moment it's released, the moment that it drops, as if it never happened at all? And again, even if we're on the email list for an upcoming drop, will we have the cash for it? I just had to take Rosa to the vet today. That's a knife right there. My cats are both little walking knife bundles. Same with my health, or this house, or the car, or my teeth, or any one of a million ways adult life has of making you pay for shit you don't want. My computer broke down this week. Glad I have insurance on that thing, or there would be another couple of hundies right there. I'm grateful for all these things. I get to pay for them. Not everybody has the privilege of doing that. I recognize. So since I've spent 7 minutes moaning about stupid shit, I'm gonna offer this. 2024 is the year I will fully embrace gratitude and the gifts I continue to receive. I am one lucky, hot, short, trans guy with bad teeth. Things are made very, very difficult for queer people, especially for transgender people, and particularly for transgender people of color. And I am particularly lucky to have a life full of love and kindness and support. My intention is to give that back. Now, go get some knives, kids. Fight the power. Not with knives, politically. Fight the power politically. And go love yourself or somebody else, because you are pretty good. Love ya. Bye.